Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, I'm back. I know it's been a while since I've recorded. Forgive me, but I've been struggling with consistency and being myself, and that's what I'll be talking about in this YouTube video about the war inside of us, the real war that's inside of you and me. I've been going through just real stupid decisions that I've been doing, and I've been seeing how detrimental and just how serious the damage can be to someone's life. And in my situation, then obviously it's mine. So let me get started. Let me get started. And I wrote all of this today at school. Here, I'll show you real quick. I don't know if you can see that, but that's all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read all that to you, and it's from me. It's not from ChatGPT. It's not, I didn't cheat. I didn't do that. I promise you. Okay, trust in me. But I want to make my videos more structured, more flowy, so that I don't jumble my words, that I don't mess up a lot. But here it is. So I'll be talking about a struggle from the core, from the very, very depths of our being. Okay, I emphasize the core because that's where I believe the solution, the real problem is, and where the solution lies. And like I said again, I've been going through many things. I've been doing stupid mistakes. I've been letting doubtful and just the old self me come back again. That me that always wants to pick at myself and make me think that I'm not gonna get anywhere. I'm not gonna be moving towards where I want to be, that all of this is pointless. Why should I continue to go? Because look at me now. I'm skinny, I may not be the best, I don't like who I look like right now, maybe because many things. I have all these reasons. I have all of these reasons to not go. I have all of these reasons to stay in this low frequency, this low state, this low mindset. And no, I didn't want to make this video at all before recording. I was painting. Even that, I was struggling to paint because I felt like it was pointless. But then I had to remember that this is for a reason. I remembered all the reasons why I should be continuing, all the reasons why I should continue to push forward, to strive for my dream, to strive to help you that is watching right now. It sucks because I wish there wasn't any of that friction in me so that I can be the best me. Understand? But I know that I must go through that. I know that I must go through that friction, even if it's something so small as to just make a video, paint, exercise, anything, the good things that I know that I must do. But even that, being the mental, being the spiritual, and having all my physical needs met, man, if you live in the USA, and if you're not in deep poverty, okay, and the reason why I say it like that is because we have all of our physical needs met. We have food, we have shelter, we have a bed, we have a shower, we have water, we have the basic necessities that we must need to continue on, to live, to survive, understand? And once you have all of that and you still feel this emptiness in you, you feel this emptiness that man, I am gorging myself with food, or I'm gorging myself in self-pleasure and short-term pleasure, and maybe it can be drugs, it can be of just anything that is short-term pleasures, and you know what I'm talking about. You know what you've heard this over and over and over again. Short-term pleasure. It rises. It rises when our basic necessities are fulfilled. When we look for something else to fulfill us, we look for something else to please us, to give us more comfort than we already have. But that's not the case. That's not what's supposed to happen. We're supposed to strive for even greater pain, even greater purpose, even greater opportunities. I have all my needs, fulfilled, all my needs met. So what now? Well, I'm making this video, I'm painting, I'm exercising, I'm gaining knowledge. And it makes me feel bad, because if you haven't heard what's going on around the world in Gaza and Israel, there's people dying, there's thousands of kids homeless, they don't have no parents, they're starving. There's people suffering, their basic needs aren't met, and we take that for granted. I take that for granted every single day. If you've ever seen those ads on Shorts, there's one in particular where this child is crying, and this man is asking him, "Why are you crying? What's going on?" And the kid said, "I have no food, I'm hungry, my dad has left to find some work." I think that's what happened. And I saved that video, I recorded it, I screen recorded it, and I watched it. Because that's going on, that's happening. What if that was me? What if that was my little brother? What if that was my friend's brother? It's sad. It's really sad. So, now that I got it out of the way, my little ramble, if I would say, this is gonna be kind of a long video. I know you guys probably don't like long videos, but you're gonna watch, okay? You better watch. So it says right here. We have our physical needs met, but our soul is still empty. What can bring about a change in the mind and soul? Because once we course correct and put intention and focus onto those two, while also being conscious of our physical needs to the best of our ability, things will start to look up. And I'm not saying that the painful things in life will go away. Understand that there will still be struggle. There's still going to be friction in the mind, but it will be more managed. It'll be more. It's going to be easier to go through that pain. Once you have understanding of why the pain is, you can almost bear anyhow. If someone has a how, they can bear anything. Something like that. Maybe butchered it, but I hope you know what I'm saying. And then you'll understand and acknowledge what's inside of you and how it affects everything around you, inside of you, and everyone. The words that I'm about to speak to you right now come from within. It comes from me, but it also comes from God. They have potential, they have purpose, but they won't do anything until I physically say them. So what I'm saying right now, I have it inside me for a while, but if I don't speak it physically, if I don't speak it now to you and you don't hear it, it's not gonna do a thing. Understand? Only then, okay, so hear them. Only then can I explain and convey what I'm thinking and feeling. You and I have potential, okay? You and I have potential. But it is your choice to act on it physically and allow time to do its work through action. And allow time to do its work through action. You can't be lazy, guys. You really can't be lazy. When you begin to listen to yourself, Listen what's crying out from inside. That pain, that agony, that desperation to get out of where you are, to just stop being less. When you begin to listen to yourself, that's when you'll start taking action. That's when you'll start to move, to actually do things in the physical. You must listen, you must know, you must understand what's going on before you put rules, before you put tasks, before you put anything in front of you to finish. You must listen. Now, acknowledge and understand what's going on inside. Listen, this will give you the option to either take action and begin your journey toward a better outlook and quality of life, or to understand, or to stay where you are. You can stay ignorant to your reactivity and emotions, and you will call it fate. And I've been in that situation where I was always in a emotional state of anxiety, of fear, of pride, of arrogance and ignorance, of many things, of just feelings. I was living in a world of feelings, and that made me live in a prison of feelings, in a reality that it wasn't actually grounded in base truth. It was all in my head. I was living in my head. The intangible becomes tangible over time through consistency and discipline, awareness, understanding, action, and love. When you visualize what you want to do and dream of who you want to become, if the desire and drive are strong enough and acted upon, that's when your brain starts to learn and filter out true information from false, what works and what doesn't. So my ideas, my words, my values, who I am from the inside, that's not tangible. It only becomes tangible once I act upon it, once I live it, once I speak through it, once I show people how I think, believe, behave, and understand things around the world, and in my point of view. The untangible becomes tangible. And sorry if I'm like messing up my words, haven't recorded video, but I'm trying my best for you guys. Bear with me, please. I have the script written, I have this essay written. Even though I wrote it myself, it kind of feels fake. Not fake, but it's not what I'm used to when I just speak on the top of my head. Maybe I'll read a little bit more, and let me know down in the comments if you like me having and speaking from an essay, from a more structured kind of, talk, instead of me doing on the top of my head like I did in the past videos. Just let me know. Please comment down below, and please let me know, please, what I should work on. I'm still trying to edit. It's very hard, stupid. I don't know, man. Editing is hard. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just putting it under the friction and little mindset limit on myself, but we're getting there. And this is where mind over matter comes in. Oof, perfect. The mind over matter concept is when your mind takes control of your body, telling you what to do. That's when things begin to change. First, mentally, spiritually, and then physically. So mentally, spiritually, and then physically. But please understand, whoever's watching this will take time. This will take pain, patience, consistency, loss and sacrifice, and being open to what's presented to you. You must question everything, do your research, and take a deep introspective look at yourself until it hurts. And what I mean by that is that once, if you want to change, if you really want to see and make your brain and get the information and the truth and act upon it, you're gonna have to sacrifice the reality that you used to live in. You're gonna have to sacrifice the things that you are right now, your old self. You have to. I sacrificed my fleshly desires to not make the video, to not paint, to not work out, to not be consistent in my dreams. I had to sacrifice the David that didn't want to be consistent. I had to sacrifice my flesh. I had to die in that moment. I had to break and kill that me to allow myself grow. And those are the growing pains. Those are the growing pains. Fighting that fleshly desires, fighting that urge to go into the short-term pleasures, to fight that urge to be emotional, to fight that urge to keep beating yourself down. That's the mind over matter. I'm not wiser, I'm not smarter or better than you or anyone else. I trust and believe that God has given me this insight and perspective, maybe even wisdom, to help myself, my loved ones, and you. It's all because of His love and my free will to choose whether to listen and obey Him. I choose to go through the fire and come out refined. To use my free will to go through the growing pains and learn to accept them. What's the truth is in front of you and presented to you. What will you do? Will you accept it? Will you reject it? What will you do with what you are given? What will you do what you are fed? Will you take it and digest it, or will you throw it up? I've been running from the truth for a very long time. I've been running from the reality that was presented to me. Many times in my life, I thought that I was smart. I thought that I was wise, but I'm not. I'll always be a child. I will always be a student. But also a teacher, but mostly a student. Yeah. But that's for another topic. A child and a student. That's for another video, okay? I can't be releasing too much shots. Okay, but again, now let's move on to the soul. 18 minutes already. Wow. Whoever's watching, thank you so much. You are the best. Seriously, focus and attention span is insane. Awesome, you are the top 1%. Okay, now let's move on to the soul. I know many of us feel like we have no purpose. You might be a brother, a sister, a father, a mother, or someone with responsibility. Or maybe not. Maybe you have no responsibility. Maybe you have no one to take care of, or an animal to even take care of. But you have no one. What else do you have? And guess what? You have yourself. You have yourself to take care of. Even if you have no one to take care of, you have yourself, and that is your responsibility. Like the other video that I made past, where how it took responsibility and action. That's your responsibility. If you had no one else to take care of, that is you, yourself, to take responsibility and to take care of, to love. If you don't already, which is, I know it's pretty sad, but we're going through it. We're on this together. Okay, so look back at my video, how it's, obviously it's deeper than pleasures of your flesh or of the world. If you indulge the pleasure of this world, the temporary satisfactions of games, partying, drugs, movies, TV shows, and all the meaningless junk, this has to stop. That addiction has to stop. Yes, it feels good. Yes, it's hard to let go. And yes, it may feel like it's a part of you. I get it. I know. I understand. If you haven't tried to release yourself of these addictions and these things that bring no meaning to your life, just consumption and consumption and consumption, let go of it little by little. Start little by little. It's okay if you fail, but as long as you stay consistent in letting go little by little every day, you will start to see fruits of your labor. You will start to see results. I know that right now it may seem like there's no way progressing from where you are, but the first thing you must get rid of is all of that junk in your life. Like literally what I just said. Anything you can change with who you are and where you are right now. Maybe it's something small. Removing distractions from your life, getting rid of TV, friends, drugs, or even the food that's poisoning your soul. And I know you've heard this information many times. And I said many times because I know you've heard of this information before. I know you tried to do it, but seriously, this video is just screaming at you that you must do it. There's no other way around it. There's no other thing. You have to get rid of it. You have to physically get rid of it. You have to emotionally get rid of it. You have to mentally and spiritually get rid of it. Understand? And I'm doing all of this. I may be more reactive and more just aggressive and more passionate than my other videos, but this is true because I've been through it, and I literally went through it today. I had to get up from the couch and stop watching movies. I had to get up and do my painting, exercise, all of this, and it works. What is killing you to the core? What is keeping you stale, complacent, lifeless, and gloomy? What is keeping you dead? Once you remove these distractions, the next step is to find God. And if you don't believe in God, I understand. Yes, I know for those who might not believe in God or are even angry with him, please understand that God is love. And he only wants good for you. All of the bad things you've gone through are because of sin. Think of everything that you do that you know is wrong. Think of everything, anything. And what does it make you feel? It might feel good in the moment, but you know that it's bad, and you know in the future it might come back and bite you back. And you might have gone through those hard moments before already, where you've done drugs, where you've done the bad things, where you've done the sin, where you've done anything. Or maybe it might not even be a sin. It might be eating junk food. It might not be working out. And you saw what happened to you, what it did to you. You know what to do, but sometimes you need someone to scream at your face to get it through your freaking noggin. Think of Lucifer, think of Adam and Eve. They disobeyed. They did not do what was right, and it wasn't entirely their fault. It wasn't entirely their fault. They were manipulated, or maybe not manipulated, but they were kind of like, dang it, the move, dang it. But, you know, Lucifer was like, hey, you're not gonna freaking die if you eat this, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna become like God. Maybe it was true, you know, partially. But, you know, it's a lie, it's the devil. He lied, he half truth, half lie. And it's a lie in whole. There's no half true, half lie. And so, Sin is the cause of all pain. Like how I said, what is the root of all good? And that's love. Sin is the cause of all pain. Sin. Sin is not love. Sin is not love. Love is not sin. Get it? Okay. Because Lucifer made Adam and Eve sin. It takes two to tango. Eve and Satan. You know, Satan was there. Eve was there. Satan was talking to her. Eve did the action. He did the talking. She did the action. Okay? It takes two to tango. Alright? And you can apply this to many things in reality. But yeah. Okay. There are generational curses placed upon people by witches and warlocks. There are people with sins so great that they've committed horrible crimes and all bad things you could think of because of pain, because of sin. We choose sin. We choose sin. We choose pain. We choose pain. We choose sin. Sin is spiritual. It is tangible and connected to the mental, physical, and emotional and spiritual planes, and action sins knows no boundaries. Let me get to that, all right? When you sin, when you hate, when you hurt someone, when you think of doing bad to someone, when you reject God, and when you accept the devil, seek God. He has given you another day. He has given you another day. He has brought you to this video. To those still watching after 26 minutes, you are the ones who will change. You are the ones who are seeking help, who still have hope, who still have hope. You are the ones called to be greater. Not prideful, not arrogant, but full of life in your soul. To serve in action and love to yourself, others, and ultimately God. Seek Him, ask Him, with a true and sincere heart. Don't test God, but ask and receive. This all takes time and pain. Seek Him. Read the Bible. Start with the Proverbs, Psalms, and the Gospel when Jesus manifests in the flesh and continues with His disciples. Know Him. See Him. Acknowledge Him. Seek to understand Him and take actions in His ways. If you truly want to change and understand this, know that it will be harder than the life you have right now. Yes. Yes. If you're going through the crappiest things in your life, or you have gone through those things, following Christ will be harder. But it will be easier in a sense, because you'll know that there's a God who's always there, loving you infinitely, forever. He will never leave you. He always listens and responds at the right time, in the right way, with what you need. Let Him reign in your life. Let go and let God. That's the end of the essay. And so, 29 minutes. Gosh, man, I don't understand how these videos take this long. It's insane. I genuinely don't understand. I feel like it's 10 minutes. Yeah, it's 29 minutes. But a few verses that I want to say, leave you off of with. If the Lord is pleased with us, then He will bring us into a land and give it to us, a land which flows with milk and honey. And meditate on that. If the Lord is pleased with us, then He will bring us into this land, and give it to us, a land which flows with milk and honey. If you please Him. who will give you a life with milk and honey. And it's awesome. Milk and honey is awesome. It's really good. And then the second verse is, very truly I tell you, whoever hears my word and believes him who sent me has eternal life and will not be judged, but has crossed over from death to life. You are dead. You are dead in all levels, but once you start to change and seek wisdom and the truth and God, that's when you will be crossing over to life. And that's the message of this video. Remember how I said that, the real war in us, the spiritual and the mental, that's the real war inside of you and me. And yeah, that's the video. Stay strong, stay prayed up, stay confident. You got this. Long video for a whole week. Thank you. Please like and subscribe if you got anything from this video. And I saw that comment from France. Thank you. It was so awesome. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. France. It's insane. But thank you. Me, David, on the journey. Thank you and you're welcome for this video. See you next time tomorrow.